The buyer picks up a rifle. He inspects it. He sets it back down on the table. Something about the way he studied the rifle felt wrong. Then his hand goes under the table. It comes back up, holding a Glock.
We need to talk about price.
He says. You look at the gun. You look at the back wall. 30 feet to the door you left unlocked. But the gun isn't the problem. It's who's holding it. Let's go back. 4:30 in the morning. You are sitting at the kitchen table with your coffee. The table has a scratch near the edge your daughter made with a fork when she was 4. You have been meaning to sand it down. You never have. A notepad sits beside your cup. Today's schedule. 5:45. Storage Unit 9. Call Ortiz. Possible deal. 3:15. Pick up daughter from school Saturday. Daughter's game. Promised I'd be there. She called yesterday. Asked if you were coming. You said yes. You look at the notepad. If this goes wrong, you will not be at the game on Saturday. Someone else picks her up from school today. Someone else sits at that table and explains why dad isn't coming home. You pour your coffee down the sink. That is what you do. Then you get up to leave. That was mistake number 1. 5:45. You are at the storage unit before the city wakes up. Unit 14, South Side, behind a body shop that has been closed for 3 years. You pay cash. The man has never asked your name. You move the crates to the van, one at a time. 4 crates, foam cutouts inside, rifles wrapped in cloth. On top, you stack a tarp, paint cans, plastic shelving. Camouflage. To anyone looking, it's garage clutter. It is not. 3 crates loaded, 1 left. You call Ortiz at 9.
That Memphis crew.
You say.
Still looking?
Carver.
Ortiz says.
Yeah, they're solid. Real buyers. Nothing flagged.
You have heard of them. Crew out of Memphis. They check out. You sit with it for a minute.
I'm in.
You say. The line goes quiet for 3 seconds.
You sure?
You say yes. You load the last crate. You close the van. You drive. You have been doing this long enough to know the rules. Last month, a shipment came up short. 6 rifles missing. You absorbed the loss. You started counting names. 3 buyers stopped calling. You lost them to a dealer out of Biloxi. You have removed 26 serial numbers on a rotary tool at 11 at night. The smell is metal shavings and something underneath that you have learned not to name. Last week, there was a news report. 2 dead, 1 critical, high-powered rifle. A neighborhood where you moved rifles 6 weeks ago. You arrive at the warehouse at 10. You have 1 hour before Carver. You unload the crates, you stack them against the back wall. You count every weapon. 36 rifles, 8 handguns in the duffel. You check the front lock. You walk the perimeter. You find the back door, the one you found the first time you walked this building, because you always find exits before you need them. You leave it unlocked. Then you wait. At 8:15, a car parks on the street outside. You watch it through the gap in the loading dock window. It sits there for 9 minutes. Then it drives away. You are already this close to walking out. But you think about the money, about Ortiz, about the 36 rifles already in the building, that you cannot just leave here. You stay. At 9, a text from Ortiz. On schedule, Carver is clean. Stop worrying. You stop worrying for about 20 minutes. Then you think about the untouched coffee. The car parked facing the exit. At 8:30, your phone buzzes. Unknown number. You do not answer unknown numbers. It buzzes again. Then a 3rd time. You answer. Silence. Then breathing. Then a voice you do not recognize.
You should leave.
Who is this?
Someone who knows what Carver is. Get out right now.
The line goes dead. You stand there holding the phone. You look at the crates against the wall. 36 rifles, 8 handguns, tens of thousands in product you cannot just abandon. You walk to the front window. The street is empty. No cars, no movement. You walk to the back door, still unlocked. Still clear. You think about the voice, about how they got this number, about how they knew you were here. You should leave. But if you leave, Ortiz loses the deal. You lose the money. And whoever called could be anyone. A competitor trying to scare you off, someone who wants the product for themselves. You put the phone in your pocket. You stay. That was mistake number 2. Carver arrives at 11 on the minute. He comes in alone. He looks at the crates. He looks at the room and then at you. He asks about the crates first. Right questions. Then he asks about delivery windows. Right question. Then he opens a crate and picks up a rifle. He inspects it. He turns it over. He looks at the receiver. He looks at the place where the serial number used to be. Something about the way he studied the rifle felt wrong. He sets it back down on the table. Then, his hand goes under the table. It comes back up holding a Glock. Not pointed at you. Not yet. Just there. Visible.
We need to talk about price.
He says. You freeze. Real buyers don't inspect serial numbers like they're cataloging evidence. You look at the gun in his hand. You look at the back wall, 30 feet. The door you left unlocked, 3 seconds. You move, not toward the front, toward the back wall. Carver shouts something. You do not hear the words. You are already at the door. You hit it with your shoulder. It opens into an alley. Behind you, the front door comes in. Flash, white. The sound of boots on concrete and someone shouting a word you know is your name. You run. The alley is 40 feet to the street. You are 10 feet from the opening when a woman steps into your path. She is wearing a suit. She is holding a badge.
Federal agent, on the ground, now!
You freeze. Behind you, boots on concrete, voices, the warehouse door open. In front of you, the agent, one hand on her badge, the other on her hip. To your left, a chain link fence, 8 feet high, barbed wire on top. To your right, a dumpster. A fire escape ladder 20 feet up the wall. She takes a step forward.
I said, on the ground.
You look at the dumpster. You look at the ladder. You look at her. 3 seconds. You run at the dumpster. She shouts. You hear a holster click open. You jump. Your hands hit the top of the dumpster. You pull yourself up. The metal is slick. You stand. You jump. Your fingers catch the bottom rung of the fire escape.
Stop, federal agent.
You pull yourself up. 1 rung. 2, 3. A gunshot, not at you, into the air. A warning. You keep climbing. First platform. Stairs 2 at a time. 2nd floor. 3rd floor. Roof. You run across the roof. A gap between this building and the next. 4 feet. Maybe 5. You do not slow down. You jump. You land hard. Your ankle twists. Pain up your leg. You keep moving. Behind you. Voices. Footsteps. Distant now. Below you. They are trying to figure out which building. You find a roof access door. Locked. You kick it. Once, twice. The frame splinters. You go inside. Your car is 2 blocks north. You parked it there this morning before the sun came up because you always park somewhere else. You get in. You start the engine. You pull into traffic. You drive the exact speed limit. You do not touch your phone. You drive for 20 minutes in silence. Your hands are on the wheel. Your hands are not shaking. You notice that, and you do not know if it means something good or something bad. You drive north, then west, then north again. You take the kind of route that only makes sense if you are trying not to be followed. After 40 miles, you stop at a gas station. You sit in the car for a full minute. Then you call Ortiz. No answer. You call. Again. Still nothing. You sit in the car. You open the news on your phone. You scroll for 2 minutes. Then you find it. Federal operation. Weapons network. Multiple arrests across 2 states. A storage unit on the south side of the city, Unit 14, discovered during a search. Photographs. The crates, the foam cutouts, the false bottoms, the paint cans stacked to the side. The paint cans you stacked yourself this morning before the sun came up. You put the phone face down on the passenger seat. You drive a motel off a highway that goes nowhere. Cash. A name that is not yours. A room that smells like carpet cleaner and bad decisions. You sit on the edge of the bed. Ortiz's name is in the 4th paragraph. Arrested. Not named as a target, named as a suspect. Someone in his chain flipped. He did not know he was handing you to them. He trusted the wrong people too. You close the article, your phone rings. You look at the screen. It is your daughter. You stare at it. 4 rings. 5, 6. You should not answer. The phone could be traced. Every second on the line is a second they can use to find you. But it is your daughter. You answer.
Dad?
Her voice cracks. She has been crying.
Hey, baby.
Dad, there are people here. At the house. They have badges. They're asking about you. They're asking me questions, and Mom won't let me talk to them, but they keep asking.
You close your eyes.
Listen to me. Listen. Everything is going to be okay.
Where are you?
I can't tell you that.
Are you coming home?
You look at the motel room. The smell of carpet cleaner. The fake name you signed. The duffel bag of cash on the floor.
Not tonight.
Dad, what's happening? The police are here. They're in our house.
I know. I know, baby. I'm sorry.
Are you in trouble?
You think about the rifles. The serial numbers. The news report from last week. 2 dead, 1 critical.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
She starts crying. The kind you have not heard since she was little.
I'm sorry.
You say again.
I don't understand. What did you do?
You have 30 seconds. Maybe less. The call is being traced. Right now, someone is typing coordinates into a system that will send cars to this motel.
I love you.
You say.
I'm sorry. And I need you to be strong. Can you do that for me?
Dad?
Can you do that?
Yes.
Good, I have to go now.
No, Dad, wait.
You hang up. You sit there, holding the phone. Then you stand. You grab the duffel bag. You walk to the bathroom. You turn on the shower. You put the phone under the running water and leave it there. You walk out of the motel room. Your car is 3 spaces down. You get in. You drive. You sit in the dark with a duffel bag of cash that does not belong to you, and a name that is not yours, and nowhere to go that is safe. The weapons you cleaned and moved and sold are still out. There. 36 rifles. 8 handguns. 26 of them with the serial numbers ground off by your hands in a storage unit at 11 at night. They are in drawers and trunks and waistbands in neighborhoods you have never been to. They know exactly what they are. The difference is, they are not in a car, driving away from a motel, trying to figure out what to tell their daughter. If you want to see more stories like this one, check out our last video on the sniper who made the longest kill. Click on it, and we'll see you in the next one.